already explained to you guys that the calendar, the timing, the whole thing is construction. He ain't real, you know what I'm saying? And we have been explaining this much more over the years, and as you can see, the people are still asleep in a state of they're paralyzed, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I already explained to you guys about the resets. The true history are the resets that they're not going to mention to you in the mainstream channels of history and science and all of that. And how they deceive these Negroes with religion, you know what I'm saying? They gave them all types of foolery and religions when they colonized the whole entire earth with this new breed, these new people that they brought in. We explained to you, you know what I'm saying, lab babies that were basically strategically placed in the earth, and they created these so-called nations out of it after Noah's flood, after the reset of the ancestors. You understand that? So you know that these people have been busy creating this false reality that you know today. You know what I'm saying? A role of false reality, false entities running as gods, claiming they own the whole entire earth. You know what I'm saying? Charging you for everything else. You know what I mean? There's no tax that they don't charge you. Road tax, you know, your house, they tax when you work, they tax everything that you do and everything. Yeah, and this money is going to these parasites, these invaders, that actually destroyed the ancestors and did what they did and indoctrinated all these Negroes with the religion and other things like science. The whole science they taught them it's all a fake too, it's all superficial anecdote. They don't know nothing about science. The true science is spiritual science that they don't know, and the controllers use that to destroy them through signs and symbols, through images, through TV programming, channeling, you know what I'm saying? All the occult stuff that their God Yhwh told you is evil, but this is exactly what they use on them and control them, because they melted their brains with shots, with false narratives, false history, you know what I mean, false datings. Everything dated is all fake, you know what I'm saying? Everything is dated in between, well, the mainstream history that they gave you is dated between, what, 1100s to 1600s to 1900s. The whole entire Earth history, they're telling you happened in this period. Yeah. And before that, everybody was too stupid to know anything about the North Pole, about the size of the Earth, the shape of the Earth, the maps, everything, the pyramids, everything. They're telling you that the ancestors were stupid and they lived like beasts and they didn't know nothing, but the history show otherwise differently. Yet that there were more technology back there than we have today. How do you explain that? This is how you strip these false historians, these false Israelite prophets that come around telling you they have evidence evidence of Moses, and they can't find no evidence of no Israelites in Africa. So they they hijack other nations, that have nothing to do with them, and claim that these people like Ixos were Israelites. Can you believe that? These niggas are totally foolish and dumb. You understand that? They just want to have it that way, no matter why. They want to feed they're trying to feed the real story into other people just that they can keep their Bible. But it doesn't fit that other people. Understand that? They are foolish. And you need to put that Bible down and leave them the hell alone if you want to wake up, if you want to be saved. If you dealing with Mosaic, you wouldn't be reading books that control you. You wouldn't be reading stories that are fables. You will look for the real thing, right? Because all these stories they gave you is to keep you in jail, to keep you in this prison systemic system of time. They gave you time. They gave you all these science people. And they are not going to change. They're going to always try to lead you into hell. Because if they don't exist. Understand that? But we already find out there's other factors to be observed. There are other factors. They've been playing science. They got hybrids out here, as I explained to you. These European family that came out of nowhere. As I explained to you, the church created these countries. First they created Portugal, Spain. These are the nucleus of these reset that we are now today. It started from there, from Portugal and Spain, and it expanded all the way to France, all the way to England, all the way to Germany, Russia. All these countries are being put together by the church. Okay, you can call it the Rome, the Vatican, whatever you want to call it, but it's all Religio. Okay, all these other religions too, like Islam, all of them were put together by this church. And what they do, they create two different poles always to fight each other. So they create religions that fight each other. The God is racist to start with, to start the war. You know what I'm saying? The God has to be racist. All their gods are racists. You know what I'm saying? So to keep the people divided and fighting, while the Nefilim invaders own everything and everyone, because they are praised as gods. You understand that? They are the gods that gave them all these churches, all this belief system, because it is a belief system. You understand that? There ain't nothing real about it. It's all a dream that they live in. And this is a 2023 video, people. I'm telling you this summary of what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? The Israelite falsehood. And my channel still no views, still blocked, totally blocked on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But these entities, they watch our videos, you know what I'm saying? And they go around trying to clock their narratives on the zombies. Because the zombies only listen to them. If you notice, they don't like our videos, they don't share our videos, and they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So this video is for a few people that are learning and growing, you know what I'm saying? It's for you to teach your children and your family. No, I told you, my channel is not for everybody, and it's under attack by the Nefis. Alright? So, what else I have to tell you, man, is that the Europeans, the fire Bible, the Europeans rewrote the Bible and no, it's all a lie, okay? The Europeans were given the Bible by the Vatican, the Pope, the God that they worship, and stuff. If you notice, all Europeans worship the Pope and their leaders. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying their main leaders worship the Pope, and that indicates to you that they all worship the Pope, because they are all the same people, okay? I don't care about the exceptions. And the exceptions come in a different currency, yeah, because we find out they've been dealing with they've been mixing DNA, they've been mixing blood. I don't like that word DNA because it's deception to you. Okay, let's not use that. They've been mixing the blood, and there are 15% of righteous blood, and there are 85% of the fire blood in the earth. This is why they all followers instead of. And the 15% are the thinkers. Yeah, they are the elders. They are the ones that can think outside this box. They are the ones that can see, yeah, can see the creature and the creation that it created. The rest of them worship the creature. They can't see. They don't have the ability to see nothing. They're all followers and lost in words that they don't understand. They speak a language that their ancestors did not speak. You understand that? They don't know what they're talking about. For the most part, they don't know. Okay? This is why if you follow any of them, you will be destroyed. Understand that? You can follow none of them, you can trust none of them. Nefis in religion, yeah, Nefis that teach you science, that you came from monkey, that believe all that crap that they're doing right now, yeah, are the same Nefis that are creating GMO food and feeding you. Understand that? Because 85%, that's what they eat. They eat these foods that are not natural, they're not connected to nature. Understand that? They eat plastic food made in a lab. Yeah, with poisons that if the 15% eat, which are the originals, they dead and they die. Understand that? It's bad for their health. Their blood don't mix with that food. And besides you knowing that you are what you eat, they eat meat, they eat animals, they eat blood, they drink blood. Their own God told them not to drink blood. But this is their diet, after all, because this God came with the invaders. He's the God of the controllers that gave them this God, told them to eat that, always been in control of what they eat, yeah, of their food and everything, because he's the entity that tells them everything, what to eat, you know what I'm saying, what to do, everything. These beings have no thought of themselves, and this is why the earth is the way it is. You understand that? They are followers, blind followers, and their brains, you know, they control them. To show, I told you, they give them a lot of chemicals around them, everywhere. What they do, they give them chemicals that their bodies are absorbing all the time, including they spray the sky with chemicals and everything to keep them all, you know, asleep. They created artificial weather. It's always raining and cold to give you a miserable life, so you stress out. There's no sun because this other creatures that they create, these hybrids, they don't need sun. Understand that? Yeah, only the 15% depend on sun for survival, and they want to destroy 15%, which are us. Yeah, and if you must go watch the videos that Brother Surf has been putting up. Everybody went cold on him. Nobody want to watch. Nobody want to deal with our negative, our positive science that is going on. Yeah, the evidence is shown there what it is, and people have a problem to understand things. Yeah, and when we teach you something here in this channel, it doesn't mean that you're going to understand, because it depends on your level of understanding. Yeah, you need to have a lot of understanding of so-called Bible, of so-called history that they gave you. Yeah, and the so-called science. Yeah, you need to understand blood and things like that to understand what we're talking to you. Yeah, because a lot of people see the brother search video and they get upset because they don't understand the video, and they get upset because they are positive, and they think there's some type of conspiracy out there to divide people. No, we're talking the real stuff that is going on. You know what I'm saying? The blood separates itself. You don't have to make that light up. You got experiments, it can be your own. You know what I'm saying? And the blood tells you the food that you eat. Okay, if you eat beets and these other things and it's not affecting you, that's how you know you are positive. You understand? If you're negative, you can't eat these foods that they do out there. You will be sick real fast. It will manifest in your body. Yeah, I've been observing them. They eat this stuff, nothing happens to them. Some of them, it affects them internally, you know. But their body do not reject the poisons and the plastic food that they eat. Like the negative people, their body will reject, straight up, their body will reject any poisons. It will come to their skin, it will come out in the form of whatever, cancer, abscess, but it's going to make a big ass swelling and it's going to blow out. It's not going to stay in your body. Yeah, so you need to find the food that you can eat that don't cause you that. Because I have a lot of people, it happens in my family, including me. If I go and eat all these foods, that's what happens. Yeah, you're going to swell. You're going to die. And start up. So Satan now controls the food markets, and all the food that he sells is poison. And then he has a little section that sells non-poison foods, and this food is 3 times the price of the normal, of the GMO food that is feeding the beasts. Stop that. So we already told you that, and how you need to look after your own health and your own food, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But people are not going to tell you what you should eat or not eat. You are supposed to know yourself, and you are supposed to know your blood. I know there are a lot of indoctrination going on, and people don't even know who they are. They don't know their body, they don't know their blood, and when they find out, they get in shock. You know what I'm saying? But you should pay more attention to what your body is. You should respect your body. There are negative people ain't going around disrespecting their body and putting unclean things inside their body. You know? So I made up stuff. Yeah. That's all, man. I'm gonna stop this video now. It's getting long probably. And all you need to know is that the church created all this false reality that you know. And these Nephis killed the ancestors and recreated the earth that you have today to their religion and to their scripts. Okay, the Bible is nothing but scripts that were put together, and these scripts have the power because they are created using another law that you don't know. They're using spiritual laws. They're doing voodoo. They created the Bible as a seal in this society that they created. The Bible gives them all the stuff that you see that have been manifest, okay, starting from you paying tax to them. What is coming from the Bible? Okay, that you have to pay tax, you have to go to war, you have to hate other nations, yeah, and you have to love your Lord, right? That's why the Bible is there. You're gonna have all these niggers that have low, low intelligence, low. I'm not gonna say they're not intelligent. I'm just gonna say they have no information and they are religious. Yeah, and everything they can think is religious. And most of them are, well, they are not the originals, people. They are all hybrids. So they're going to pull you into the religion. They're going to try to save their religion and try to incorporate you, because this is what it is, it's a corporation. They got to incorporate you, they got to tag you, they got to give you a name, they got to give you a system, they got to tax you, they got to give you kings, princes and kings and all that to rule over you, because you're talking about the 85% that needs to be ruled. They have no soul, you understand that? So they need this entity with a soul, which really should be in the 15%, because these controls have no soul either. They control them through these practices, okay, of power, and that's it. That's all they know. They don't have no soul of nothing. They're not wielding nothing beautiful or nothing. Understand that? We showed you how they destroyed the whole entire earth from the beginning. They cut off the trees. They cut off. They eaten and killed all the animals that Mosaic created from the start. When they destroyed the ancestors, they destroyed the trees. You know that the trees were like high technology. The trees communicated with each other and all of that. We know that. So they had to destroy the trees because you could communicate with other people without having a cell phone. Instead, the soul could travel to the trees, to the roots, to everywhere, and find out information that is not available in any book. Instead, so the invaders knew that they had to destroy the trees, they had to destroy that creation to create this lab, because you are inside the lab. That's what I told you. This is where we live here is an area of the earth that is not natural. It's been created artificially from the start, and we just happen to be born here. But you can tell that the whole thing is artificial from one end to the other, and you are imprisoned in this realm. They won't let you travel outside of this lab. That's why they have UN, they have military, they have contracts with all the created nations and leagues, and they made sure that you can't travel outside of the labs. If you do, they arrest you or they kill you. Instead of, you can't go, you're not supposed to go outside of labs. So, this alone tells you that you live in a fake world that they created for you. So forget all this nationhood bullshit that these niggas are trying to sell to you, that they would Israelites and that they can do this, and it's all a fantasy. Yeah, all the nationhood shit is a fantasy that they created. It's 2023 now. There's no such thing as New Year's in the middle of winter, because the winter was man-made creation. I told you, it's a lab, and the lab they have weather machine, and the weather machine will give you summer, give you 4 seasons. But it's all lab control. Yeah, it's how they control you to stay stuck in the lab. They freeze you, They tell you you can't go far away because there's ice everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not, pleasant to go nowhere. You're gonna probably die in the cold or something. And North Pole is too cold. North Pole, oh my God, that is too cold. Nobody can go there. You know what I'm saying? Then out of this life, they could tell you that, we're having global warming, and because of that, you're gonna have floods, and towns and cities are going to flood underwater, and people are going to be reset in these towns. But this is all a lie, people. The Yhwh, man of war, is the guy in charge of all of that. Okay? It's time to grow the hell out. It's 2023, people. It's a Masonic year. It's not that, it's coded year. So I'm not going to be here now doing the same things and expecting the different results. Understand that? Yeah, because this is what they're going to continue doing. The 85% always will do the same thing, expecting different results until they toast them, until they burn them, until they burn these cities and flood them, and they are no more. Their own God tell them that there will be no man left when he's done with them. There shall be no man left in the city. Only dragons and Nefi creatures. Yeah, in their empty houses. The serpent is gonna bite them to the walls, bite them everywhere until there's nobody left. Understand that? So when you hear these Israelites, man, telling you, regurgitating the mainstream history they gave them, because it's all fake, with their fake Bible, yeah, these are dead beings, and there's no way they can transcend that. It's not either because I told you the blood situation that don't allow them to exceed, to come to knowledge, wisdom and understanding. Okay, they can't say these words, but they don't know what it is. Okay, they worship religion, and they're still inside the box. Alright? There's no such thing as Europeans defile the Bible. The Bible was created and given to the Europeans. The Europeans didn't know anything. They didn't know nothing. Yeah? And I start thinking, they are babies that they bought these babies from the invasion. Well, Yahweh told you the invasion came from the north. But after they changed the maps, you don't know where the north is now. You understand that? Because they changed the map and they changed the poles. You understand that? But this is for another lesson. All you need to know is that these Nefis killed the ancestors. You understand that? And that the Bible is lied to you. And it's all a lying spirit system that they gave you. Okay? And the Bible is nothing but a book of scripts that keep you in a box. Time, and slave. Okay? There's nothing there out for you. Alright? Their God is a God of international social political enterprise, so-called New World Orders, you know what I'm saying? God of chaos and fanaticism in the first place, and they're not there to save you. They're there to exploit you. They got your soul. They delete our videos because they don't want you to wake up. That's it, man. I'm gonna stop now, and I will be back with more videos because I have a lot to tell you. But you guys, man, shout out to the real ones. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you uploading small videos. Yeah, less than a minute. These videos, listen, is what I'm telling you. A lot of people uploading small videos on YouTube, you ain't gonna change nothing. Understand that? Because the Nefis have 8 to 10 hour videos every day on YouTube, and YouTube don't delete their videos. They're controlling the minds of the masses. And you can't do nothing, you can't change the masses with 34-second videos, under 50-second videos, and all that. It's not gonna work. You're wasting your time, and you're not being real. You got to tell them, you got to get, to some type of message. Your message needs to be solid, because it's already blocked. So if somebody finds it, it better be solid. But if you have all these phony videos, don't be careful. You're running their agenda. That's what they want you to do. Why do you think YouTube make these rules? Yeah, and they delete your video if it's longer and you're telling the truth. They delete it. Why do you think? Because they know that the longer your video is, and if you're telling the truth, the more dangerous it is for them. The smaller the video is, yeah, the zombies ain't gonna get nothing, because they have already low, they can't understand something in a small video. You understand that? You can speak for an hour and they still not understand you. And you think 50-second video, they're gonna understand you? This is only for the real ones. The real ones can get that, but not the other ones. They're too slow, they're too behind, and they don't get you like that. They don't understand things. They have understanding issues. Their blood is about, tell me what to do, and so on. So when you give them a small video, they don't know what to do. They don't know what you're telling them. They don't know. So that's why I have to make videos explaining them from beginning to the end. Now I'm saying, but now I'm gonna stop, man, and I'm gonna come back, because this video is I'm getting long on this. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it is, man. The fallen, all religions are run by fallen angels and controlled by the controllers, and anybody involved is a soul slave. Okay, it's like that. Okay, there's no other way you can put it. Anyone involved in religious belief is a soul slave. Anybody involved in mainstream history and science is a soul slave. Understand that? Is not one of us, and never will know the true reality, because they're not about that. They're about following what their masters, not their ancestors, their masters gave them. Understand that? Because the masters destroyed their lands, deleted everything, destroyed their ancestors. That's why they don't know. I told you, this is why they don't know their language or nothing. They're looking for scraps and trying to make things up, because they totally deleted their ancestors, resetted them with the Noah's flood that they tell you in their book. It was about resetting their ancestors to good, so they don't even remember who their ancestors are. And then they bought this other new breed of hybrids, and they gave them the kingdom, because they didn't know nothing. They put them, that's why they sit in positions of power over you, because they don't know nothing. That's not that. They delete the ancestors, the black ancestors, they delete them, and then they bought these so-called Europeans. Yeah, they created them in labs. They didn't know nothing about the earth either. And if there were other white people before that, they were all deleted. Okay? And they got these babies, these lab babies. They created Spain, they created Portugal, and they went around and conquered the whole world, passing their own laws, because there was nothing to conflict them. They already had the whole entire earth. When they did that, they already had killed the ancestors. And anybody that were left were the people that survived, which were few. And there were the new hybrids that they brought to Europe. Okay, the whole European, what used to be black people, as we explained, Brother Surf broke down to you, were all black people in Europe. and there was a catastrophe, and all of them died, and next minute when you were born, they were white, right? But there was a reset before, and they got rid of all black people that were living in these lands, because they were not living like you live today. Instead of, they were free people, and they had high technology. The invaders find out their secrets and destroy them. And stand up, that's all I know from the Either. Stand up, they destroy them, and then they bought the Nefilim, the new creation that they both made in the lab, and they gave them boats, they sent them around the world. Pedro Alves Cabral, Vasco da Gama, all of them, they send them around, colonize all these African countries, Brazil, America, and then they used the hybrids and gave them power over these lands. They used Spain, Portugal, England, Germany. These are these new species that they bought, and stand up, they bought them and they gave them rulership over the whole entire earth. They divide the earth, and I don't know how many pieces, and they gave them royalty and rulership as kings, and with their God on top over everybody, and taxing everybody. After they took all the lands, they taxed the rest of the people to leave to be their servants and stand up, so that they can be gods on earth. That's what they're doing. But all these people are their subservients, all the Europeans, they all work for them. They all hybrid, most of them. Yeah? And they work for this order. This new world order came since then, since the Noah's flood. As I keep telling you guys, I want to finish this video, but you know, I keep having to tell you that you know, this new world order came from back then. It didn't happen right now. This is like the last days of this orderly living. Yeah, they were all created and bought in to do this, what they're doing today. So all history they gave you is a BS. All they arguing on YouTube is a BS. It's about you being free. It's about you recognizing who you are. Yeah, and moving from there. Anything else they told you, don't go by that. Don't believe nothing they tell you about history, about science. You have to know your own history. You have to know your own science. You have to know your own reality and create it, your own reality. The zombies are not going to create no reality. They're all followers. Instead of, if you're not one of them, you need to create your own reality. You need to create your own history. Start writing down your own history for what you perceive of reality, because everything else they gave you, as I told you, is coming from the controllers that destroyed the ancestors and gave you a new narrative. You can't trust none of these guys going to university studying, giving you credentials that they have credentials. Yeah, that they can, they are, you know, being authenticated by the controllers to tell you the lies to the hybrids. Stand up. You can't trust none of them to be your guide or nothing. Your guide is you. Your guide is spirit. It's not that. So that's our man. Yeah. They gave you a god of international social political enterprise. Again, I'm going to repeat that. It's a new world order Rome, Nefilim, and the religious fanaticism and chaos in the first place. Yeah, Yhwh is a damn criminal. We want that guy in jail as soon as possible. That's all. He's a racist devil, a genocider, and a resetter. He needs to go down. Yeah. Motherfucker even dash babies against the wall. Teach you that stuff and everything. Dash your baby, dash innocent babies against the wall. That's what they did to your ancestors. And stuff. This is why it's there in their book. The things that they did to get you into this position, and then the control that come with it. And you see that is a spellbound book, because they tell you all all the evils that they do, and you can see it, can you? You can see how evil Yahweh is, yeah, and you can see how evil the whole religion narrative is. This is why I believe in religion. You can see how evil you are, yeah, that you live in a fantasy. You're not creating nothing. You are disconnected from nature. You don't care about the earth. You don't care about the trees. You eat the animals. Food, your best food is meat. The most expensive food and the best food in your restaurant is all meat. Still, you're a demon. Understand? So let's not get confused about that in 2023. That, I'm not going to give up in anything like people think. Just take time to think. And to me, there's no point being uploading a lot of videos anyway when I'm blocked and nobody's sharing. Understand that? So we gotta take it slow, but we gotta take it the truth. With the truth. Understand? We're not taking no prisoners that want to walk in the matrix, that want to believe anything to do with the matrix. It's all a BS. The God is a BS. The religion is a BS. The system is a BS of slavery and death and destruction. There's nothing good in there. Nothing to look for. Stop it. Everything they do is about death. They got factories. Yeah. They building what? Things that are anti-nature, things that are anti-life. Drugs, guns. These are things that they sell. They sell to these people because they have no soul. They'll buy guns, they'll buy drugs, and they'll buy. And they kill each other. This is life to them. Because they are not created by the real creator. They will, the lab babies, man. You understand? So all stuff they gave you, man, the whole history they gave you, Stone Age, Iron Age, Bronze Age, Cooning Age, it's all a fantasy. You understand? Don't believe nothing they tell you. Yeah. It's not history, it's his story that they gave you after they destroyed their ancestors and destroyed the whole good, everything that was good. And now you're living everything that is bad. Is the new world order. That's it, man. I love you all. The year don't start until, don't let them fool you that the new year starts in fact, you shouldn't even be worshipping no New Year because it's just timing, and they're timing you to reset you. That's why they like time. It's not because from time to time they reset you. So one thing you need to do away if you want to live long is the timing. That's all. I love you all. Peace. Pediu pro mendigo esmurrar sua barriga. Cada chute que levava, o moleque revidava lá de dentro.